Hello and welcome to 30 Days Challenges. In today's video you're going to find my favorite 5 ways to be more present during your day, to be aware of what you're doing and what's going on instead of you being bogged down and being really narrow-minded. So if you've got trouble, if you're being stressed out lately, watch these videos and I'm going to show you how to chill down. Alright. Let me explain what being present means in a bit more detail. So we've all had those crazy days where we're kind of in a mad rush, you know, doing this, doing that. Our boss is telling us to do this, but we're doing something else, and we get totally bogged down and really narrow-minded in what's going on. So being present to me means for you to be able to step out the environment and kind of react by your own choosing. Here's an example. You're kind of really stressed out and your friend comes up to you with a joke and he tells you, you know, something banterish, and you react from a place of aggression, and you don't find it funny, you know, and you kind of lash out at him. Well, they were just joking, you know. I would say that's not being present, because you're reacting to your impulses. What being present would be, the other side of the coin, is, let's say you're at home and then your parents comes back and your mom's kind of like really stressed out from work. She had a really kind of tough day and there's something that bugs her, and so she kind of lashes out at you, and instead of you being caught up in the argument and becoming defensive, you realize that's what's happened, and you just go up to her, you give her a big hug, and you tell her, "Mom, it's alright, I love you." Okay, that would be a good example of being present. And you just notice like her level of stress just dissipates instantly. So here are 5 ways. Number one is to meditate. I meditate when I wake up and before I go to bed, or at least I try to. If you've never heard of meditation, or you kind of heard of it and you don't know what it is and it sounds very mystifying or whatever, there's a lot I could talk about this, but it's actually incredibly simple. Meditation is the act of observing without striving. So Alan Watts, link in the description, gave a very apt description of meditation. He compared a crane looking out onto a river and just looking for a fish, you know. The crane was just kind of sitting down, and you can see the painting that this is from. You know, he's kind of just chilling, looking out into the river. He's not gawking, he's not striving, you know, to look for a fish. And that's what meditation is. A very easy way you can do it is, I want you right now to give it a go, okay? So pause this video when I tell you to, and just sit there and just focus your whole attention on the nostrils. The sensation of breath coming in and out of your nose. Do that for 1 minute. If you get distracted, that's fine. Just return your attention onto it. And that's what meditating is. Pause. Number 2, going on your phone straight after you've woken up. Have you ever lost momentum doing something by seeing a notification pop up on your phone? We've almost developed a endorphin stimulation when we see the light shine up on the phone. We're like, oh goody, maybe this is someone we like, or maybe something else. 9 out of 10 times, you know, it's something very ordinary, like our friends sending us a meme or whatever. I believe that your consciousness needs time to process something that it's learned. For example, when you're driving, when you first learn to drive, you don't really know what's going on, you know, you're doing it, but it hasn't clicked yet. And then when you've actually got enough practice, you're doing it subconsciously, you know, you're doing it while on your phone and doing your makeup. Don't do this. I recently did windsurfing in the summer, and you know, your teacher's teaching you and you're doing it, but you don't really know what's going on yet until you've gone home and you've kind of sat down and you've been like, oh, what's happening? Even though you're not thinking about it consciously, in the background, it's all working out. You're all understanding, it's because the wind is going here and stuff like this. So, yeah, you got to give yourself space, man, for everything to settle down. And by constantly doing busy work and always being on your phone and looking at stuff, you're not doing that, and you're kind of creating tension in yourself. I've noticed a great deal of more awareness and ease throughout my day just by not taking my phone with me to the bathroom and when I'm eating. So here's something you could try. Take your Wi-Fi off before and your mobile network before you go to bed, and see if in the morning you're as tempted to open your phone and start listening through things when you don't have those notifications. Actually, you'll be surprised at how long you can go for. I've gone for like a whole day without looking at my phone just because I've done this simple trick. Give it a go! Number 3, watching TV while eating. There's a huge culture to be entertained while you're eating food. How many times have you been starving with a hot plate of food and you can't wait to eat this pizza or whatever, and you sit down and the first thing you do is now you gotta find something on the internet or on Netflix or TV to entertain yourself with. My parents always watch the TV when we're having dinner, even if it is the first time that we all sit down together as a family to communicate and to share our experiences. The show ends up being about what the guy on TV has to say. In most cases or not, it's irritating if it's some kind of action film and there's all these explosions and guns and death, or it's the news and well, it's kind of explosions, guns and death as well on it. I've also noticed that many times I've done this, I've felt less fulfilled by my food, and it kind of makes sense because you're not giving your food enough attention, that when you're eating it, you don't feel like you've done much. I could sit in front of a film and absolutely obliterate myself for food and not even enjoy the food or anything, just, you know, you're satisfying that reptile brain of yours. You're being entertained and you're eating food, happy, you know. But what is it doing for you in the long term? Not much, nothing good. So you might be bored at first, but I recommend you try this, do it for a week, and tell me right down in the comments if you're not feeling more at ease. I'm sure you will. Yoga. It's said that if you struggle to calm the storm of your mind during meditation, focus on the body and it will anchor your attention down. So yoga is more than just improving your flexibility, your posture, your body tone, and your balance. It's a moving meditation of sort. Many bad mornings have turned into good ones simply by doing 20 minutes of gentle yoga. You can find many videos on YouTube, but I personally recommend Yoga with Adrian and Yoga TX. For some reason, in Texas, they're really good at making YouTube videos about yoga. Number 5, keep a journal. So this one might be a new one for you as well. I recently started doing it and it's been really beneficial for me because it gives me a place where I can write down all the interesting thoughts I have, and I've heard that we get up to 50,000 thoughts a day. There's no way you can consciously remember all the good ones. So the things I use my journal for is to prepare for these videos, write about my experiences when I've been traveling, write down any interesting lyrics that I'm kind of thinking of, things I've been grateful for, and interesting observations in my behavior. For example, look at what I've written here. Next time there's a sale and you're wondering whether you should buy it, leave the room and see if you feel the same. This happened on Steam. There was a game being sold like at a discount, and I really wanted to buy it. I don't know why, and I think it's because it was on the sale, and that's how they get you, man. So I bought it, and then I left the room to go to the toilet, and I was like, why did I do that? I don't feel so enthusiastic about that game anymore. So overall, it's a real good way to kind of keep aware of what you're thinking. I'm a huge fan of to-dos, and I have like a sticky note widget on my phone which you keep up to date, but having a physical journal, it's a much more interactive experience because you can write and you can draw, and even though I type much faster than I write, I recommend a journal over you keep your phone. There's 5 ways to keep more present. I hope you've enjoyed it. I don't have an outro yet, but thank you for watching very much, and see you in the next one.